What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to Monfloral Garden. I'm guitarist and producer Monfloral, and today's video I'm going to be trying out something a little different, something I haven't tried before. So I've been seeing a few people do it and I was wondering, man, how good am I at producing? Can I really do that? We're going to find out today. So today I'm going to be making a lo-fi beat sample with some midi and guitar tracks, and I'm going to be using household sounds that I find around the house. Haven't done anything like this before, but I'm gonna make some sounds and also just kind of see what I can find just throughout the house and stuff that would be really good and fit into the production that I'm about to do for you guys. So before I go throughout the house and try to find some sounds, I have a checklist of what I'm gonna need to make this production. First off, we're gonna need a bass. Second, we're gonna need a good snare. Third, we're gonna need some hats. Fourth, we're gonna need maybe an open hat. And five, we're just gonna have a few percussive pieces. And then with this, like I said earlier, I'm gonna also be adding some midi tracks and also a little bit of guitar. So for the beat, it's all gonna be stuff that I find around the house, and I'm not gonna be using any of the preloaded sounds that I have on my computer or within my DAW. I'm just gonna be using raw sounds straight out of the mic and just kind of fine tuning them to however I need them to sound. Hopefully it sounds good. We're now gonna go find some sounds around the house. Let's go. And we're back. Not gonna lie, that was a bit harder than I thought it was gonna be, especially with getting sounds that I want, but trying to imitate that through just everyday regular sound. But it's not about the sounds you have, it's about how you use them. So right now I'm gonna show you guys the sounds that I got for each element of our checklist. First off, here's our bass. Second, here's our snare. Third, this is what I'm gonna be using for the hat. Fourth, I didn't really have an open hat, but I think I'm just gonna use one of the sounds I have and maybe add some reverb and pitch shift it just so it kind of sounds like a clean open hat. And then fifth, we got a few different percussive noises, and I also got a few fillers that I'm gonna just throw in just so you guys can hear them. So, with all of this here, I'm gonna go ahead and break up these sounds, export them into Ableton, and we're gonna get started on that beat. Alright guys, so after a little minute, we finally got all of our clips. We got them sorted on into Ableton. I got them cut up a little bit and also named them so I know exactly what clips we're working with, and I'm gonna go through and show you guys. And these right now, these are still the dry clips, so I haven't done anything except for sample out the little pieces that I wanna use. So first up, we got our little bag crunch. So we're gonna be using this as our like our little vinyl. Very nice. Second up, we got our hat. Alright, after the hat, we have Galaxy the cat. We have our little sample. Yes, sir. And after that, we now have our washer, which I'm not sure how exactly I'm going to use yet, but we'll use it somehow. Next up, we have our kick. And right after that kick, we have the snare here. And our comb, which is also our little percussive piece. So, what I want to do first is I definitely want to start with a midi track, so I want to get down at BPM, also a melody for the song, and I'll be right back with you guys once I got all that straightened out. I think we're going to do something like that for our main tune of the song. Some of those notes I hit a bit harder, but I'm just going to change the velocity once I'm just going to change the velocity in Ableton. So my approach for the song is pretty much to write everything as simple as possible so that once I get the beat over it, it'll sound a lot more fluid and just sound better. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through and quantize all of the keys I just played. I want them to have a little bit of like a pull-off or a hammer-on, like a hammer-on feeling to them. So I'm going to adjust the MIDI track and maybe see if I want to like pitch it up or down. Super smooth. Let's see, I might add maybe one or two more. Alright, So I'm going to change this just a little bit more and tweak it so that it sounds good, and I'll let you guys hear it once I have everything finished for it. So far, here's what we have for our little midi riff. Pretty much just 2 chords with a little bit of hammer-on action in between the notes. But now what I want to do is I want to get this little water bottle bag. I kind of want to get this to sound like a really good vinyl for a track, for a good intro piece. So we're going to work on that now real quick. Alright, so here's the little progress we've made so far. I haven't got into producing any of the stuff for the drum samples, but I've tried to make this kind of sound like a little vinyl scratch, and also with the keys. I haven't added the reverb to our midi yet, but I will in just a second. Alright, here's what we have so far after a little minute of working. So that's kind of what we're working right now. It doesn't sound that great, but after I do a few more touch-ups, I think we might get it sounding decent. Play around with the drums a little bit, show you guys what we got. Now we're going to add a little bit of synth bass to really get it to pop, and then next up I'm going to add a little bit of guitars to it, see how it sounds. Alright, so what I'm going to show you guys now is what I have after I threw in the cat sample, so check it out. So what I'm going to do now is pretty much loop that part one more time and then throw in some guitars, and that will be a wrap. So I'll see you guys after I get those guitars tracked. Alright, now I'm going to play around on it with one guitar and see what I can come up with. Let's get that recorded. sir. Right, so what we have is we're gonna do those guitars, and then I'm probably gonna loop this part one more time and do one other thing with it. It's tight. Boy, is this sounding good. Sounding so good right now. So we're pretty much about to wrap it up for the most part. I'm gonna go through and mix everything. I'm gonna go ahead and play it for you guys. I know right now you're hearing it through my computer speakers, but after this I'm gonna play it in the background of the next clip once we're done. But I'm gonna play through it real quick so you guys can at least hear what it sounds like before the mixy masty, or should I say mixy nasty. So that's what we have right now. I'm gonna go ahead and mix this up and then let you guys hear what it sounds like fully mixed. Alright, so what I'm gonna do right now is I'm gonna go through and show you guys all of the tracks that we have for this piece here. So we have our vinyl crunching right here. We have our hat sound. I made the exact same track from that last hat, and what I did was I transposed it a little bit to pitch shift it 17 just to change it just a little bit so that I could use it as kind of like this shaker melody. I'll let you guys hear. Galaxy's first meow. I added a little bit of reverb to that as well. Next up, I added a little double, so I was like meow, meow, meow kind of thing. So I'll go ahead and solo these two tracks so you guys can hear what that sounds like. And that worked perfectly. I just solo that. So I added a little reverb to it. It's kind of bassy, very heavy. The snare was our lighter click. We have this comb, which I really didn't do anything to, but sent it to the reverb track. For the video, I just kept it the way it was. Next up, the masters, the MVPs of this track. We got the guitars. Yes, and that will complete this home beat session. I'm gonna go ahead and mix, export this, and I'll see you guys in just a second. Thank you so much guys for watching. Comment down below if you think I failed it or if you think I succeeded in doing this project. I did it kind of to show you guys that it's really not about the equipment or the sounds you do. It's pretty much how you put everything together. Also, you can leave a comment down below if you want to find out how I did any of this or if you have any questions about it whatsoever. If you want me to work on a track for you, I'll have my Fiverr in the description below. Thank you so much guys for tuning in, and until next time.